Welcome Primary 4, Miss Hiba Ahmed is with you. Today we will complete and finish Concept 2 in Unit 3, which is talking about fuel, and we will take today Lesson 4. This lesson is talking about the pollution that coming from burning of the fossil fuel and another types of pollution. Some sources of pollution in the big cities like Cairo and Giza that we live in. Burning of fuel produces smoke. That's the smoke, can you see in this picture, which pollutes the air. The steam or the smoke that coming from burning the fuel that pollutes the air. Pesticides used on farms and mixed with water in canals. Let's know what is the meaning of pesticide. Can you see? The farmer is putting pesticide on the plants. Why they do this? To kill the harmful insects on the plants. These insects eat the plants, so they don't want this. They don't want the plant to be eaten by the insects, so they put pesticide to kill these plants. In the past, the farmers used to pick up these harmful insects by using their hands, but now they're using the pesticide to kill these insects which is harmful for the plants, and this pesticide it's very dangerous on the environment because it mixes with the water in canals and rivers, and it make pollution to the soil and the water. Number 3, using chemical in factories that polluting the air and also polluting the nearby resources of water and also making pollution of soil. Burning of chemicals or the factories that produce chemical or form the chemicals, all of these chemicals pollute the air as you can see in this picture, and also pollute the water if there is a source of water nearby these factories, and also pollute the soil around these factories. Some effects of the air pollution on the human health. What are the bad effects of the air pollution on the human health? Smoke for cars or burning the fossil fuel make irritation of the human's eye and lungs. Okay, and also this the air pollution make damage of the tissues in the respiratory system of the human. So countries should make a great effort to make laws to prevent the high levels smoke in the big cities by reduce using or burning the fossil fuel. Harms of burning the fossil fuel in the environment. In the last slide, we talk about harms of fossil fuel on the human health, and it causes what? Irritation to the irritation to the lungs and eyes, and damage to the tissues of the respiratory system. Now we are talking of the harms of the burning of fossil fuel in the environment. Burning of fuel not only produce electricity, but it pollutes the environment as we know. So burning of coal and oil produce carbon dioxide, and we know burning of anything produce which gas? Carbon dioxide. And burning of fossil fuel produce carbon dioxide. This carbon dioxide make acid rains and global warming. What is the meaning of acid rains and global warming? Acid rains. This rains is not a normal rains. Okay? It's acid rains which is a very harmful rain in our environment. Okay, how this acid rain is formed? Carbon dioxide that produced from burning of fossil fuel combine with the water that exists in the atmosphere on the air. This combination make the acid rains. So what are the harms of the acid rains? It causes death of the trees because the water of this rains, it's not useful water. It's a very harmful water, so it causes death of the trees. And it causes also decomposition of rocks and buildings. It makes rocks and buildings breaking down. And it make chemical change in lakes, so it causes death to the fish. If this acid rain is combined with water in lakes, okay, it causes the death of the fish. and also it may chemical change in the structure of the soil. So all the small living organisms inside the soil die due to the acid rains. So the acid rains is very harmful on the environment. It causes death of the trees and death of the fish, and it also make decomposition or breaking down of rocks and buildings. It make damage of the rocks and buildings, and it changes the structure of the soil. Let's talk to the second very harmful thing that happened due to burning of fossil fuel and producing carbon dioxide gas, which is global warming. What is the meaning of global warming? At first, we must know that in our atmosphere or in the air on the earth, the extra heat that the earth doesn't need it reflected to the space. We take the heat from the sun. The earth take what it needs from the heat, and extra heat is reflected one more time to the space. But the existence of the carbon dioxide in huge amount in the atmosphere due to the burning of fossil fuel make a layer. This layer trap or don't make the extra heat to reflect to the space, so the extra heat is still inside the earth. This heat making increasing the temperature of the earth, and increasing the temperature of the earth is known as global warming. So one more time, in our atmosphere there is in our atmosphere the extra heat that the earth doesn't need it reflected to the space one more time. But the existence of the carbon dioxide due to the burning of fossil fuel in a huge amount in the atmosphere make a layer. This layer trapped or not making the extra heat to come out from the earth. So the extra heat exists inside the earth or still inside the earth, that making the temperature of the earth increase. The increasing of the temperature of the earth is known as global warming. That's the acid rains that happen due to the combination of carbon dioxide with the water in the air. Okay? And global warming. Harms of burning fossil fuel on the environment. We must reduce the burning of the fuel, so the amount of carbon dioxide decrease, and decreasing using the fossil fuel, it's not also decreasing the pollution of the air, but it conserves the non-renewable source of energy like the fossil fuel and keep the earth clean. So we must reduce burning the fuel, so the carbon dioxide will decrease, the amount of carbon dioxide will decrease, and when we decrease in burning the fossil fuel or decrease using it, we will keep the earth clean, and we will save the non-renewable fossil fuel, and we will make it not run out or finished. Some methods to conserve the fossil fuel: walking or using bicycle instead to driving cars, because cars use fossil fuels to move. So walking or using bicycle reduce using the fossil fuel. Turning off the lights when you are not in room, because this lights is coming from the electricity, and this electricity is coming from burning the fossil fuel. So turning off the lights if you don't need it. Replacing the fossil fuel with renewable sources of energy in everything that we use the fossil fuel. Think, and now let's know this note. The use of renewable sources of energy instead of fossil fuel is useful to the earth, but these resources is more expensive than using the fossil fuel. Okay? Thank you for listening. Miss Hiba Ahmed was with you.